Chapter 12, Part 2. Okay, y equals 5 to the x hugs the x-axis. And we want where it crosses the y-axis. So when x is 0, y is 1. When x is 1, y is 5. And when x is minus 1, y is 1/5. So 0, 1, 1, 5, and minus 1, 1/5. The horizontal asymptote is y equals 0. Number 3. Number 3 also hugs the x-axis. You can make a little xy chart again. When x is 0, y is 1. When x is 1, y is 1/2. When x is minus 1, y is 2. It hugs the x-axis, does not touch it. And the horizontal asymptote, again, is y equals 0. Number 5. You can make a little chart again. When x is 0, y is 2. When x is 1, y is 4. And when x is minus 1, y is 1. So let's see how this one goes. Minus 1, 1. 0, 2. And 1, 4. So the graph looks like this. And the horizontal asymptote is y equals 0. Now to find the inverse, remember, switch the x and the y. So y plus 1 is the exponent, will equal log to the base 2 of x. And y will equal log to the base 2 of x minus 1. Now think of nice numbers to plug in for x. If we plug in 1, y would be, well, let's see, log to the base 2 of 1 is 0, minus 1 is minus 1. And if x is 2, log to the base 2 of 2 is 1, minus 1 is 0. And if x is 1/2, log to the base 2 of 1/2 is minus 1, we get minus 2. So let's see how this graph is going to go. We're going to have 1, minus 1. 2, 0. 1/2, negative 2. This does not hug the x-axis. This hugs the y-axis. So we have a vertical asymptote. X equals 0. And one more thing. We need to replace the y here with f inverse of x. For number 7, log to the base 2 of x, well, we just did that. We did something like it. Let's make an xy chart. When x is 1, y is 0. When x is 2, log to the base 2 of 2 is 1. And then when x is 1/2, log to the base 2 of 1/2 is minus 1. So 1, 0, 2, 1, 1 half, negative 1. And this has a vertical asymptote, x equals 0. Okay, another one. Let's make an xy chart again. This time, when x is 1, log to the base 1/3 of 1 is 0. If x is 1/3, log to the base 1/3 of 1/3 is 1. And if x is 3, log to the base 1/3 of 3 is negative 1. So 1, 0. 1/3, comma 1. And 3, negative 1. And the vertical asymptote is x equals 0. Number 11. Have to be a little more thoughtful about what you plug in for x so we can take the log of it. If x is 4, then we'd be having log to the base 2 of 1, which is 0. And if x is 5, then we'd have log to the base 2 of 2, which is 1. And then if we had 3.5 or 3.5, then we'd have log to the base 2 of a half, which is minus 1. So we're not going to hug the y-axis here. We're going to be hugging x equals 3. And it's going to go through 4, 0, 5, 1, and 3.5, negative 1. The vertical asymptote is x equals 3. .7. Well, to solve these equations, we need equal bases. So 3x minus 8 here will equal 2. 3x is 10, so x is 10/3. For number 4, 5x plus 7 is 3. Oops. So 5x is minus 4, x is minus 4/5. For number 5, 1/16 is 2 to the minus 4, so x plus 4 equals minus 4. X then is minus 8. Number 6, 1/8 is 2 to the minus 3, so x squared plus 4x equals minus 3. X squared plus 4x plus 3 equals 0. Factor. And x then is minus 3 or minus 1. Number 7, 2 to the 5x times 4 is 2 squared, so that'd be 2 to the 2x squared. And 8 is 2 cubed, so we'd have 2 to the 5x plus 2x squared equals 2 cubed. And that makes 2x squared plus 5x equal to 3, so we get that, and then we factor. So x then is going to be 1/2 or minus 3. For number 8, you can't change 37 to 2 to the power without a calculator. This one will have to leave log to the base 2. of 37. And likewise for number 9, x would equal log to the base 2 of 12. Number 15, we have to use the log law to solve. So this would be log of x squared plus 9x equals 1. And when there's no number under the g, remember it's base 10. So 10 to the 1 equals x squared plus 9x. So x squared plus 9x minus 10 is 0. X plus 10 times x minus 1 is 0, making x minus 10 or 1. But if we plug in minus 10 here, or even there, we'd be taking the log of a negative number. We can only take the log of a positive number. In 15 star, the first thing to notice is that we have base 10, base 10, base 5. But this is equal to 1. And now 15 star would be the same as number 15. And so we'd end up with the same solution. Number 16. This would be log to the base 6 of x squared minus 9x equals 2. So 6 squared is x squared minus 9x. X squared minus 9x minus 36 is 0, which factors x minus 12, x plus 3 is 0, x is 12 or minus 3. The minus 3 would make that negative. We'd be taking the log of the negative number, and the same thing is true there. So we can't have minus 3. The answer is 12. For 16 star, notice base 6, base 6, base 5. But if we simplify this, we get 2. And now this problem becomes the same as that one. And we can solve it just like 16. Using a log law, this would be log of 97x plus 9 over x equals 2. This is base 10, so 10 squared is 97x plus 9 over x. Well, 10 squared is 1, so we can cross multiply and have 100x equals 97x plus 9. Or 3x is 9, x is 3. Number 19, log to the base 5 of 105x minus 65 over x minus 1 equals, well, we need to change this first. Log to the base 2 of 8 is 3. Now we can put it in exponential form. 5 cubed is 105x minus 65 over x minus 1. Well, that's just 125, which we could put over 1, and then we could cross multiply. So 125x minus 125 equals 105x minus 65. And that would give us 20x equals 60. X then is 3. And it's legit. If you were to plug it in here, you'd be taking the log of a positive number. The same thing is true there.